Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another stream on this glorious Sunday morning. So we are back in St. Martin. Now this version of St. Martin is done by FLYTAMPA. Um, back in the days of FSX, they were the only paper scenery to do this, I do believe. And it's really not a bad airport. I really wish I had EasyDock to be able to walk around, right? So you guys can actually see what's here. But I mean, this is another one of those developers similar to Orbix, but that back in the day, um, they did special animations. Like if you're parked behind me at one of those spots where those airplanes are sitting, and I suppose if we sit here long enough over here, you might see it too. But they got birds flying around now. FSX by default did not have birds flying around. They didn't have a way to do that back in FSX. Um, but it was an option that you could do, and they did it. I do also believe that if you're here different times of the day, there's also other special animations that they did. Um, you'd have to install it and go into the manual to find out possibly what those animations are and what time you got to be here to see that, any of them. But this was a really good rendition of what this airport was like back in the days of FSX. Now, do I think it's better than the versions we have available for MSFS 2020? No, but this isn't 2020. This system can't do what 2020 can. So that's one thing we've got to consider. Um, but one special thing I like about this current flight we're going to do is we are here in the Pmdg Md11. Now I thought it would be fun because I mean, to stream it, because I mean, hey, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, this is a pretty cool, pretty fun plane to fly. A plane I haven't been able to fly in quite a while. And I would fly it, a lot if it was available in 2020, but unfortunately, it is not. Um, it's only available in FSX. Unfortunately, um, Pmdg, looked at the numbers. This apparently was their lowest selling plane they ever created. I'm not entirely sure why. I know there's a lot of us looking forward to the TDFI Md11 coming out for 2020, and quite frankly, none of us really knew what we could really expect from TDFI, for planes in 2020. They didn't really have the greatest initial reputation to begin with when they first started, and they haven't done a lot of aircraft either. I mean, and when I say didn't have the greatest start, just to clarify, they made a few mistakes with the 717 they put out in FSX. It was their first ever aircraft. They made a few mistakes, but they fixed them, and that's respectful. Because there's to say the least, there's been definitely other develops that are at least something won't work, and then you know you'd be lucky if you even eventually get it together and fix it, or fix it at all. But they did the right thing. They fixed their stuff. They came out with two planes. This is the second attempt at a plane, I do believe, the MD11 for 2020. I think everything else they already did. They were able to get it in P3D as it was pretty much the same as FSX. But I don't know a lot about P3D as I don't own it, so I'm not always going to be up to date on what version or different versions of planes they have over there. But yeah, Robert did say he wouldn't be looking to get this plane over to 2020. Unfortunately, I really would. I personally would have much rather have a Pmdg Md11. Only because I feel Pmdg is really something special. Um, they put in the work. They do the best they can to make it look good, make it look great. Um, not every developer is able to do that. Um, but yeah, we won't be seeing it. He, you know, conversations he's had on live streams and the updates we occasionally get in the forum, yeah, his time is better spent on other projects like maybe perhaps doing a first ever 757, right? He's never done one of those before. Um, Given the recent news that Bluebird 757 is going to be at least a little bit delayed, as the rumor has it, they didn't really like the way that the cockpit looked, so they ripped it all up. They removed it and they're redoing it. So now we're waiting on that. I think I want to say this is the second time that they've kind of pushed it back a little bit. Whether the previous one was by choice or force, I don't know. I can't say as if I've seen every update from them, but yeah. Um, let's go ahead and get in the plane. There will be no GSX today. I'm not sure as if there will ever be. I'm just at the point where I'm done with GSX, at least outside of Microsoft. I mean, I'll be honest, if I ever find anything inside Microsoft that would allow me to do what needs to get done with at least some eye candy, I'll probably get rid of FSD Dream Team products altogether. That's just my personal opinion. I'm just at the point where I'm tired of spending hour after hour of my life trying to figure out why a GSX isn't working. I just can't keep doing that. Um, well, let's go ahead and get inside. We are currently cold and dark. Now, this might take me a couple minutes, guys. I did not do a practice flight, so I will admit perhaps I probably should have. But there's our external power. Where's my battery switch? There ought to be a battery switch here somewhere. There it is, battery. Alright, emergency power will arm. All this other stuff we can leave off. Go ahead and get the navs on, we'll get the logo on. We'll leave the beacon off, we don't need the high intensity. We will grab the nav lights, which is on. That's right, I already hit it. The way they set the lights kind of confuses me a bit, and I'm not saying anything against Pmdg. They did it the way it's supposed to get done. It's definitely, even being as old as it is, beats that Sky Simulations MD11 we got for 2020 by a long shot, graphically and operationally, for sure. We're gonna come up here and get nav switches. For now, I think that's all we need up there. Yep, we got all our displays. Um, Now, according to SimBrief, sorry about the audio interruption, guys. We need to be at 38,000 feet. Probably can't grab that stuff until after I get the CDU. Oop, that's why I grab it so you guys can see it. And it should be updated 2311. Yep. Plan in it. Now, hopefully, I grabbed a co-route, so we need Tncm, Kmia. Yeah, it's acting like it did. Say we're fictional flight number UA 1570. And cruise level I said was going to be 380. And let's see here. I'm just going to go ahead and close that door while I'm here since I don't have any way to load passengers. Go ahead and arm all. Turn the shortcuts. Refueling, here we go. Alright, so we need 62,681 pounds of fuel. So I'm just going to divide that by 3. I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not, to be honest, but we're going to do what we got to do. I suppose maybe it could or would be cool to try to see if we can do the tutorial flight that PMG put out for this. Maybe that would help everybody that's going to be getting involved in the TDFI Md11 when that drops. Well, so I'm just going to round this up to 21,000. And hope I'm right. I mean, it seems kind of steep to me, but it's what some brief says. And this should be in pounds. I checked that last night, so. Oh, wait a minute. I think I did screw up. I think it says it already has 5,000, but I'm adding 21,000 to that, so we might have to. Uh-oh. Didn't think about that. So that would be, I mean, that would be an extra 15,000 pounds of fuel we probably don't need to have. Mm, we'll see. Well, yeah, I mean, I myself am surprised that this was not a big seller for PMDG. I mean, the detail they put into it, I mean, without even moving, you can see some of that wear. Look down there at the bottom left-hand corner of that CDU, where some of that paint or material has been worn away. I mean, look at the material there on the yoke. And again, guys, they could have done that in 2020. It's just that, back originally, Microsoft said, hey, you're going to sell your plane in the Microsoft marketplace, then you can't have any dirty or damaged or worn cockpits. The plane has to look new. And that was unfortunate because had they been able to, not have to have a sterile, clean, brand new plane, I know they would have been they would have really been able to truly show us where they shine on that modeling and that texture work. This plane here definitely predated 737 NGX, um, which is partially why I'm saying it's ahead of its time. Um, In fairness, though, in my personal opinion, back when FSX first started and back when this plane was out and available, we didn't have a lot of YouTube live streaming happening like we do today. Back then, there might have been the capability for maybe one or two people out there to do a live stream if that was actually a thing with YouTube at the time. Um, but most of everything happening on YouTube were random pre-made uploaded videos. Nothing live. People only got to see, generally most of the time, glimpses of the aircraft. I honestly kind of think that if this was released today, you know, the amount of streamers, live streaming things that come out, a lot of people would have snatched this plane up. That's my opinion, though. Obviously, we know I would have bought it. But now, again, this is installed into CD version of FSX, no longer on Steam. So everything about this plane theoretically should be working and working correctly. And again, that is the problem with Steam, guys. Steam kinda made everything incompatible. Well, not necessarily everything, but a lot of things don't work with Steam. AEROSOFT AES can't install at all. Pmdg Md11, you can install it, but not guaranteed to work right. And I can confirm it did mess with at least the ILS and glide slope. Definitely did not line you up on the ILS the way it should have. Um, Another thing that hopefully maybe will fly today. I do have the Jetstream JS4100 installed and working. I did do one practice flight last night and relearn how to properly start that plane up. It's not a bad plane, guys, but unfortunately, I think that's going to be another plane that doesn't make its way over the 2020, sadly. And that's too bad because it's a really cool, fun plane to fly still. Again, it's got just enough complexity to make it real the way it should have been and to fly it. I'm not sure if I'm describing that right, but come on, where is it? I know it's up here somewhere. Here we go. 21, 21, 21. That matches what we need. Got a little bit more than what SimBrief called for, but I figured if I was gonna do 20,900, I might as well just do 21,000 pounds. Let's make it even and easy. All right, so that's loaded. Um, let's go ahead and back to the FMC. Let's go back to the init. Do I have? Yeah, I do. All right. So that's there. That's right, because I needed to do this. Zero fuel weight should have been approximately. Here we go. 361. Call it 362 because of the extra fuel. I can't type today. Takeoff gross weight 421.6. Takeoff CG, don't know what it is. I guess it's no way to put it in there. Oh, that's right. Right click and then. There we go. Yeah, just like FMC now, they did put some stuff in here to help you out along the way. So that part is pretty much done. I suppose I should have put it in here and then went to fuel and put it in there. But like I said, guys, I haven't flown this plane in so long that. So we are taking off runway 10. And then we're just doing it direct. I don't think we need PJM. What plan? Well, I mean, I think that's fine. I just know there's one waypoint that if you pick it, it takes you so far out of your way that it's just not even cool. I forget what that what is. I was trying to make sure that I don't end up getting that one right. And Miami, we need to go with runway 26 left. And then we got the. That's kind of funny. Looks like some variation of Vice 2. Miami Vice. Yeah, Vice 2. They should have only used one eye and then it would have been even cooler. Here we go. And then the Badiz. Get rid of that discount. Not sure what that is. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, I see what it is. Well, no. I'm gonna have to look at the approach chart to see that. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna right now. I'm just kind of trying to see if I can do what I can to get things set up appropriately before we even take off. And we said we wanted runway 26 left. Well, no, this should be just about a pretty much straight in approach. But we do have another discount. So if we're doing 26 left, I'm missing some waypoints here. What's it doing? Yeah. Suits 2. Oh, I think I see what probably happening here. Alrighty then. There's an intercept. I don't like that. So from Vice, yeah, we're going to do back to my chart. Let's go to Zilby. And then we're gonna do soon. And then Basho. Hopefully that's the right one. Looks like it is. On an Agler. And Const. And that's it. Get rid of that discon. There we go. That's a lot better. Alright, so trying to remember here. Flaps, what do we take off here? 15? I'm missing something here. You know, I guess I can manually fill that in. Let's go ahead and get back to the airport list. We need to get to St. Martin. Weather. Temperature is 25. Let's try this. I'm not sure how to put that in there. But we do have V-speeds, yay! Alright, so we should be good to go there, guys. I do believe we do still have a few things down here we can set up. We could, that's an operable jump surprise. This might have been a later update. I swore the weather radar worked at one point. But very familiar with 2020 to see that NAP sticker there. Let me go back and double check that. I think I just kind of messed that up. 38,000. Yeah, that's all pretty much there. Oh, altimeter. What's that? What should that be set at today? Altimeter is currently 2997. There we go. That's set correctly. Now let's come up here and see if we can remember how to start the APU. APU should be starting up. Yep, we can see it right here, starting up. Do still have to fix our pitch trim. So I gotta go back and see what that was supposed to be. Looks like stabilizer trim should have been a 5. Now the question is, I do believe I gotta come up here and change something so I can actually set it. Unless I don't have the pitch trim button working. That should be working. Okay, here we go. So I can go up, but I can't go down. Interesting. Well, we're gonna have to, gotta be able to do the trim, guys. Where are ya? Well, I'll try to sort it. Here we go. Gotta be able to do this. There we go. Now we got the right. We'll go ahead and turn those switches back off. But our APU is now running. So we can go start getting out of here. Let's go ahead and get the beacons on. Now, I don't have FS Dream Team going, and unfortunately, AES won't recognize the version of Tncm that I have. I guess apparently they did create a newer one. And I guess if you don't own the newer version, they won't let you use and activate the old version. Which I guess is kind of lame. Well, that's a good marketing scheme, I guess. Turn nose to the left, which means make tail go right. And then we're going to go 90 degrees. I want to say that should be good. Yeah, we'll find out.
And ground cockpit.
Go ahead, Captain.
We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion.
We'll use starter A.
Boys, power and air are clear, doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Please parking brake, please.
Okay, parking brake is off, cleared to push.
Brakes off, here we go.
So we are starting to light up engine number 1. I think I forgot something, guys. Is that actually starting up? Air pressure low. What am I missing? Something with the air. I forget. Definitely not those, but there we go. The AP air. Duh.
Push is complete. Set parking brake, please.
Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I didn't do a
Brakes are
practice
set
flight.
and pressure's normal.
Okay, sir. Tow bar is off. Pin is out. Watch the pin on the right.
Alright, guys, thanks. You're cleared to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the right
There was a
side of the engine.
time I used to know this
And
thing well,
we'll see you
but
guys next time through.
like I said, it's been a few
Roger
years.
that. Have a good flight.
And I'm going to have to move some throttles out of the way so I can see that switch. There we go. So we're going to glide up number 2. We'll add the fuel. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess technically we didn't hit the building. Let things stabilize just a little bit more. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and light up number 3. 3-engine plane, guys. I'll go ahead and introduce some fuel. Here we go. Sounds like we got 3 good starts. However, before I get rock and rolling, I'm going to wait for number 3 to kind of run another moment, 2 to kind of get everything together. Warm up, get the right pressures. While we're waiting on that, though, I do need to find a way to get over to this switch. Now we're in RTO. Does it tell you here somewhere? I can't remember. Still yelling at me about flat. Well, now it's yelling at me about brake, but that's fine because I do have the brakes on for obvious reasons. The engines are started. Got all the control surfaces on that we should have. We should be able to get rid of the APU. Go ahead and turn that off. Come down here and get the taxi lights. Well, that's how we're supposed to be. I think high intensity's gotta be the strobe. Oh, you know what we forgot, guys? I'm gonna give this a go.
We're ready to go when you are.
I know this safety briefing's gonna be a second,
Hello,
so I'm
ladies
gonna hold
and
off
gentlemen. I
taxiing.
would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be door to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in a front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please leave the exit seating responsibilities
Yeah,
in
it's
the
a
car
short taxi,
in
guys.
front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be excused. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once you depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Now, one thing I will be waiting to see if we're able to see
Good
now
afternoon, ladies
is
and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight
whether or not we got the people at the
1570
beginning
with
and the
service to
start of the runway.
Miami. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 50 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in the full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Welcome. We're excited to have you aboard, and we appreciate your attention as we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. FAA regulations require you to follow the instructions of our crew members and comply with posted and lighted signs.
It's important to have your seatbelt on at all times. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the metal end into the buckle, tighten by pulling the loose end of the strap, lift the buckle to release. When the seatbelt sign is on, your seatbelt should be fastened low and tight across your lap. In case of unexpected turbulence, keep your seatbelt fastened even when the seatbelt sign is off. Please take a moment to look around in order to familiarize yourself with the aircraft. This Boeing 787 has 8 exit doors, 4 on each side of the aircraft. If the doors are opened in an emergency, slide rafts will automatically inflate. In a water landing, slide rafts detach from the aircraft and are used as life rafts. All 8 exits are marked with overhead signs. As you locate the 2 exits nearest your seat, remember, they may be behind you.
If you are seated in an exit row, you may be asked to assist the crew during an evacuation. If you're unable or uncomfortable, please ask a flight attendant to be moved. If you must evacuate the aircraft, exit path lights on or near the floor will illuminate and guide you to the exit. Look for a change in color or an exit sign to indicate that you've reached an exit. Leave all carry-on bags behind. Please refer to the safety card near your seat for the operation of the exit doors on this aircraft.
If necessary, an oxygen mask will drop from above your seat. If a strap appears, pull down on the strap to access your mask. Firmly pull the mask to extend the tubing. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the band over your head. The band does not require adjustment. To start the flow of oxygen, breathe normally. Make sure your mask is secure before helping others.
Should you need it, you'll find a light vest equipped with a water-activated light under or near your seat. When directed, pull the tab to remove the pouch. Tear open the pouch, remove,
Alright,
and
way to go.
unfold the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the belt around your waist and secure it to the buckle in front. Pull the loose end to tighten. Inflate your vest just prior to exiting the aircraft by pulling down sharply on the red tab. You can also inflate the vest by blowing into the tube. This aircraft is also equipped with infant life vests, which will be distributed if necessary.
Umbrella?
Thanks, Oscar.
De nada.
Smoking of any kind, including e-cigarettes, is never allowed on the aircraft. FAA regulations prohibit tampering with, disabling, or destroying lavatory smoke detectors. U.S. law also requires
I do
passengers
see I
to
got
comply
yellow
with
light on,
warning
guys.
signs
I'll check that out
and
once
crew
we get
member
to the
instructions.
runway start.
Make sure you've switched all smartphones, tablets, and e-readers to airplane mode. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, large electronic devices must be turned off and stowed. For international destinations, your flight attendants will advise you if it's necessary to turn off and stow your device.
We'll be taking off soon. Please review the safety card located near your seat. Stow your tray table, carry-on items, headrest, and footrest. Make sure your seat back is upright and your seatbelt is securely fastened. Please place your personal item under the seat in front of you. At United, we're connecting people, uniting the world and doing it safely. From all of us, thank you and enjoy your flight.
Sometimes trying to find that sweet spot on the fuel levers can be a little difficult. Hydraulics. So I gotta check those.
Ready to go.
Well, ain't that nice? I'm ready too, but we're gonna stop here, put the parking brakes on. I'm gonna check those hydraulics. I guess that was the stop line. So we're gonna stop here. Parking brakes, we're on. There we go. Back on. Let's go back up here and see hydraulics. What button did I forget? So that's the fuel. I'm positive that's the air. I don't know, guys. Huh. Looks like it might have been a bug. I don't really see any people, guys, but we do see a person on a motorcycle of sorts. Might be some people over there. Again, this is where I wish I had easy dock cameras so we go over there and look. But we don't. Let's go ahead and get the strobes, or what I believe to be the strobes on. Go ahead and get the landing lights are on. We should be good to go, guys. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and advance these throttles at least halfway up. Let them acclimate a little bit. But now one thing that I guess to keep in consideration, there is no actual toga switch necessarily. If the developer actually has it set right and you did everything what you were supposed to do, then you should be able to hit your auto flight. And it should be doing it all for you. Oops, runway wasn't clear. So we're gonna squish. You've been squished. Start to run out of runway. I should have gone manage the throttles myself. Ah, no. Well, that kind of sucked, guys. Yeah, I knew this short of a runway. I should have just managed those throttles myself to getting out of here, because I knew it was a short runway. The engines are running. I'm going to leave them running. How much of what I did is still here? Nope. That's definitely too much fuel. Try this one more time, guys. But now that I'm familiar with where a lot of the switches are, it shouldn't take as long. Just gonna go ahead and get
We're
that
ready to
going.
go when you are.
Put that in the co-route. And I'm gonna fix the route on route,
Hello,
guys.
ladies
I'm
and
not
gentlemen.
gonna
I would
hold
love
us
to
up
welcome you
to
aboard our flight.
get things
When you find
perfectly
your
in here.
seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in a front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you, and welcome aboard. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 1570 with service to Miami. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 50 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screens for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Welcome. We're excited to have you aboard, and we appreciate your attention as we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. FAA regulations require you to follow the instructions of our crew members and comply with posted and lighted signs.
It's important to have your seatbelt on at all times. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the metal end into the buckle, tighten by pulling the loose end of the strap, lift the buckle to release. When the seatbelt sign is on, your seatbelt should be fastened low and tight across your lap. In case of unexpected turbulence, keep your seatbelt fastened even when the seatbelt sign is off. Please take a moment to look around in order to familiarize yourself with the aircraft. This Boeing 787 has 8 exit doors, 4 on each side of the aircraft. If the doors are open in an emergency, slide rafts will automatically inflate. In a water landing, slide rafts detach from the aircraft and are used as life rafts. All 8 exits are marked with overhead signs. As you locate the 2 exits nearest your seat, remember, they may be behind you.
If you are seated in an exit row, you may be asked to assist the crew during an evacuation. If you're unable or uncomfortable, please ask a flight attendant.
cabin doors are.
If you must evacuate the aircraft, exit path lights on or near the floor will illuminate and guide you to the exit. Look for a change in color or an exit sign to indicate that you've reached an exit. Leave all carry-on bags behind.
Looks like they're all
Please refer
shut to
the
be.
safety card near your seat for the operation of the exit doors on this aircraft.
If necessary, an oxygen mask will drop from above your seat. If a strap appears, pull down on the strap to access your mask. Firmly pull the mask to extend the tubing. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the band over
I don't
your
know if
head.
that's right,
The band does not require
but
adjustment. To start the flow of oxygen, breathe normally. Make sure your mask is secure before helping others.
Should you need it, you'll find a life vest equipped with a water-activated light under or near your seat. When directed, pull the tab to remove the pouch. Tear open the pouch, remove and unfold the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the belt around your waist and secure it to the buckle in front. Pull the loose end to tighten. Inflate your vest just prior to exiting the aircraft by pulling down sharply on the red tab. You can also inflate the vest by blowing into the tube.
I'm
This
sorry guys,
aircraft
I'm gonna
is also
cheat.
equipped
We gotta
with a
get
life
out of
vest,
here.
which will be distributed if necessary.
And I'm going with that.
Roa,
Thanks, Oscar.
de nada.
Smoking of any kind, including e-cigarettes, is never allowed on the aircraft. FAA regulations prohibit tampering with, disabling, or destroying laboratory smoke detectors. U.S. law also requires passengers to comply with lighted signs and crew member instructions.
Make sure you've switched all smartphones, tablets, and e-readers to airplane mode. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, large electronic devices must be turned off and stowed. For international destinations, your flight attendants will advise you if it's necessary to turn off and stow your device.
We'll be taking off soon. Please review the safety card located near your seat. Stow your tray table, carry-on items, headrest, and footrest. Make sure your seat back is upright and your seatbelt is securely fastened. Please place your personal item under the seat in front of you. At United, we're connecting people, uniting the world and doing it safely. From all of us, thank you and enjoy your
Well,
flight.
I guess that's gonna have to be it, and hopefully we'll do it this time.
The cabin is ready.
Get the right trim. There we go. All that is there. Obviously, I got some issues up here still. I don't get it. Engines are supposedly running. No, the engines are not running. At least they weren't acting like they were running. Huh. Why can't I get my external power? Ah, no. Come on, APU. Here we go. Hopefully that didn't do too much damage. Why am I not getting my V-speeds now? Go hit the APU button again. There we go. You can see it's actually starting. Good. That's why. There we go. I like these numbers better anyway. Huh. There we go. AP running. Let's get out of here.
And ground cockpit.
Go ahead, Captain.
We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion.
Roger that, ready for push. Power and air clear, doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Release parking brake, please.
Okay, parking brake is off. Cleared to push.
Brakes off, here we go.
What up, one?
Push is complete. Set parking brake, please.
Yeah, well, that didn't get us back very far, but that's alright.
Alright, brakes are set and pressure's normal.
Okay, sir. Tow bar is off. Pin is out. Watch the pin on the right.
Alright guys, thanks. You're cleared to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the right side of the airplane, and we'll see you guys next time through.
Roger that. Have a good flight.
And ground cockpit.
I'm gonna have it do it again, just to be sure.
We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion.
Roger that, ready for push. Power and air clear, doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Release parking brake, please.
Okay, parking brake is off. Cleared to push.
Brakes off, here we go.
Going for number 3.
Push is complete. Set parking brake, please.
Alright, brakes are set and pressure's normal.
Okay, sir. Tow bar is off. Pin is out. Watch the pin on the right.
Alright guys, thanks. You're cleared to disconnect. We will be watching for the pin and the release from guidance on the
Alright,
right side
yeah,
of the
we should be able to
airplane,
get us
and
out of
we'll
here.
see you guys next time through.
Roger that. Have a good flight.
Likes that better. This doesn't like the brake. Doesn't like something to do with the air panel. But that's alright. Turn off that. There we go. Warnings are gone. Let's go ahead and get the taxi lights on. Beacons are on. Yeah, should be good to go. High intensities later. Let's get ourselves out of here for take 2. I don't think I pointed out the last time, but if you got everything configured right, you should end up with this green rectangular bar down here. Which I had last time. It's just short of a runway as this is. Like I said, I should have just gone with my thrust levers, stayed in my position, pushed levers all the way forward, waited there for a second, knowing that we really didn't have long enough of a runway for this plane to automatically control the thrust on its own to take off. Yeah, this time around, I'm not exactly taking my time about it. You know, trying to get us into the air where we should have already been at this point. Alright. Bring them up. Let them sit here and actually, I'm not even sure what the term is. I'm sorry. But I'm just going to let them come up, equalize. And I'm not going to do the auto flight thing this time. Throttles are full forward. Alright, release the brake.
Thrust set, 80 knots.
There we go. Things are looking a little bit better this time. Great.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Goody. Awesome. Go ahead and get the gear up.
Gear up.
I'll definitely try to watch this climb and make this turn so we don't hit the mountains on the way out. See, this is one of those airports where it's got an okay approach, but it's got a more interesting landing. Or a takeoff, rather. I know where the lines want me, but I kind of want to come down a bit. Either at this point, I think we're high enough to where I think it's a little more important to gain some speed. So now we're no longer going to hit the mountains. I'm going to let the autopilot take over. Except we need to. There we go. Now everything that's in there should be in there is in there. Start. Yeah, there we go. Hallelujah. We're on our way. But thinking about it, guys, after I was looking at that fuel, I may have put the fuel in that I thought we needed, but I think we actually had more fuel than what we needed because I didn't see it. So we might have been like really overweight.
Flats retract.
That first time that we took off. So that might have actually been more my bad. Definitely don't blame the plane. Um, oh, I never set the altitude. I can fix that now. And we're at 299.7. There we go. Starting off with the right altimeter setting is always important. Oh, I didn't do all my things down here. There we go. TCS is on. Deny access to the cockpit. Still says off. What did I miss? There we
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet, so you may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a small fee. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi to find out more information.
Alright. Oh, I forgot to turn them on. Oops. My bad.
However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt
So what
fastened
happens
when
when
you
you're rushed to get out of here? What is this? Kind of seems like something screwy is going on with my scenery, guys. Not sure what it is, but I'm going to leave it. See what happens when we get to our destination. I think when it reloaded, it didn't do what it should have done. Which is weird. I don't know if I've seen that before, but I'll be honest, it's not that often that I crash either. What landmass should we be seeing at all? Nope, we're not near any. I don't know. Well, for the sake of the flight at this point, I'm going to let it do whatever it's trying to do. I don't know as if I dare try to reload the scenery and mess up the flight. Alright, we can go standard. I guess you don't get standard down here, but we are at 299.2, so we're good. But now that we are at our transition altitude, I say it's tunes time. guys. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here with scenery. Yes, we should have some scenery over to our left, which is what's concerning me a bit. Um, I just don't know if we're gonna see what we should. So I'm sorry, but I don't know if this is gonna hurt or not. But I gotta see if there's a way I can fix the scenery, guys. If this ruins it, then I guess I'll end the stream and consider either doing it again from scratch or we'll do something else. Um, here's to praying that this fixes the problem and doesn't screw us up. No, it didn't fix the problem. Uh, One thing I think I will do, I usually prefer to fly, um, where if I do damage, things get damaged. But I think based on what it can do, maybe I'll have to disable that so things like this doesn't happen. I mean, even the plane doesn't look quite right. It's like my camera is not correct. I just don't know if this is going to fix itself and do what it should when we get to Miami. That's the problem. That's a lot of time spent on this flight for nothing if we get to where we're supposed to go and we can't even land at the airport, right? I don't know, guys. I know there's probably at least one person watching right now. I will look at the chat. If you're watching, go in the chat and let me know what you'd rather see me do. Continue on, or should we start over for the third time with everything being right? I'm going to try one thing though. I'm going to actually make it update something in the scenery. Let's see if I can force it to want to reload everything. Nope, that didn't fix it. Well, guys, I think we just got our answer. I don't know as if... Where did it put me? It put me on the runway, but my God. Wow. Interesting. Well, we'll just have to act like we're taxiing. It's alright. But are we actually running? I don't like what I'm seeing here again. Yeah, we are. Let's go ahead and just taxi now. I'm just gonna let it go this direction, let it go with the flow. We'll get to where we need to be. Looks good to me. And no, loading a flight plan did not work that way. It's alright. Oh, definitely trying to do two things here at once. I suppose if I fixed my view appropriately to see where I'm going at the same time, it would probably work out a little tiny bit better. I'm just going to go with the weights that are there, load it in with the fuel so it ought to know what it has. I don't know if there's anything over here I need to do. Nope, there's not. Going 10. I forget. That's right, it was just an insert. Get rid of that discon. I'll do the rest. Just make sure there's no other discons on the way though. Like, definitely get rid of that Miami. Well, I guess we probably better do this. Won't hurt. That's gotta get out of here. That's what was really causing us all that problem earlier, having that Miami there in the middle. Wrong thing. Alright, good enough for us to go. I'm gonna take off was... Oh yeah. Definitely need to update the Volanta. So temperature was the 30C. 0/0. Go flat 15. Confirm the V speeds. There we go. We need a stabilizer of 3.2. That's right, that didn't stick. For some reason, if you use FSX, if you change any settings while you're in sim, they don't stick. You got to change them outside of sim to save them, have them stick around. I don't know why that is, but hey. There we go. Get our trim. We said 3.2. There we go. I might have to get that from the other side. I don't care as long as, nope, I still couldn't see it from there either. I'm on. There we go. While I'm here, let's go ahead and I mean, theoretically, it should just go to 15 and be where it's supposed to be. Oh, it's yelling at me for the break now, so it is good. Alright. But we're definitely not going to fly from the first officer's seat. I'm not wrong side simulations. But we should be good to go. Engines are started. I got the green, but what's the yellow? Is there anything else that is going to give me a problem with? Seems like we should be good to go, except I didn't set altimeter. Alright, let's get out of here. It seems like now I got the right weights and fuels in. She definitely taxis a bit more correctly here. So actually, I'm going to try it the right way this time. She ought to be able to do it. What in the world? All right, guys. All right, so I'm not gonna take up any time. You guys saw the MD11. This is insane. But thank you so much for watching. I'll be back on later. Um, we'll be somewhere else flying something different. Maybe we'll be back in Microsoft. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely let you know.